Hey, and welcome to the first episode of this new video series revealing all you need to know to plan for retirement doing business online. Therefore, the somewhat provocative title of the series. So let's dive right into episode number 1. Hi, my name is Jan. I'm originally from Sweden, but living in Mexico for many years. Therefore my broken English. The Scandinavian accent is difficult to get rid of, I promise you. Right now, I have no idea how many episodes we are going to make. As long as there is anything of value for you, we will continue. The idea to make this video series popped up not so long time ago when comparing with other colleagues how far each one has gone on this exciting entrepreneurial journey. During that discussion, I realized that I have a lot of experience after being in this business for almost 7 years now. And if I should declare myself as a champion on something, that would then be champion of failures. To be frank and very straightforward, I have probably made all mistakes you can think of when it comes to creating an online business. It has cost me a lot of money and time, of course, and during this video series I will try to expose all mistakes I have made so you don't have to repeat them as well as I did. How cool is that? I will help you to save time and a lot of money, of course. As you can notice in the title, these videos are meant in first place to be for baby boomers, people born between 1946 and 64. I was born in 1952, so I represent the older part of the baby boomer group. Officially, I retired at the age of 63 after a long career in the corporate world. However, and I know that I'm not alone, to retire today is not the same as it was for our parents, for example. When they retired, there was no more work, and if your economy allowed it, you just enjoyed life practicing your favorite hobbies. Today it's different. And obstacle number 1 is that in most cases you have to downgrade your way of living for the simple reason that there is not enough money coming in from your pension funds. If you didn't have an aggressive saving plan during your active years, you will just not have enough money to do all these things that you have been dreaming about. The second issue is that people are getting healthier. That is good, of course. And the new generation of baby boomers, we all want to do something productive. And thanks to the digital world we are living in right now, it's a tremendous opportunity to be able to create a business around your passion without spending a fortune. And to be able to decide the time you want to invest in your business. Working entirely on your terms is something that a few decades ago was a dream and nothing else. Today it's a reality. I'm coming back later in this video on the best way to start something that fits your life and your terms of living. But before doing that, I would like to spend a minute or two on something important that I missed completely when I started. And I had to go back to the drawing board and redoing the whole project again. When starting up a new business, you are so passionate about it and are sometimes working around the clock. And you forget there is more to do in life. Especially if you're retired and should maximize your life quality. In the community of entrepreneurs that I belong to, I learned that 4 pillars must be appropriately placed in the foundation before you can start to build your business. And the first pillar is social. Do not forget that you have family, friends, and other human beings in your surrounding that you must involve in your life. As an entrepreneur, you need to dedicate a lot of time, especially in the beginning. But do never forget the persons that are important to you. Dedicate the time they deserve to keep your social network alive. The second one is health. You are not a machine, especially not when coming up to a certain age. We baby boomers have never been afraid of working hard to get things done, but not so much attention was paid to personal health when we were younger. As an online entrepreneur, there will be many hours behind the screen working on your computer. Your body needs to be in good condition. As a passionate runner, running marathons around the world, fortunately, I don't have any urgent problem on this part. But you have to do something. Plan for a walk in the morning or whatever fits you the best. Health is also about what you eat. It's so easy to start eating junk food just because of lacking of time. Start being more conscious about what you are putting into your mouth. In a later video, I will give you some interesting tips on how to change your eating habits and losing weight without starving. And don't forget to drink water. A good rule is to always have a bottle of water just in front of you. To not forget to regularly take a sip of water during the day. Earlier we talked about the importance of being social. But what about yourself? Again, do not forget that you are not a machine, my friend. Spend regularly some quality time with yourself that has nothing to do with the business you are building. By closing your computer and disconnect all devices, doing something completely different will accumulate energy. And when back to work again, your efficiency will increase. The next one requires a more in-depth explanation. As the whole business you are going to build in some way is all about this, and that is wealth. But what is wealth? Some will immediately say money. Others will perhaps add more intangible things like health, happiness, morals, and ethics. Well, they are all right, as they will all contribute to a wealthy life. Let's be clear on one thing. No one is starting a business, no matter if online or offline, without having money in mind. And there's nothing wrong with that. In fact, I would say it's the opposite. If you never think about money, something probably is wrong. But there is a big but. The worst thing you can do when building a business online is to chase the money. But my business needs to generate profit, otherwise why should I do it? Might be your argument. It's all about value, my friends. If you offer something of value to your customers, they will buy, and the money starts to chase you. You use money to pay the price for the value you would like to have. The higher you perceive the value, the more you are prepared and willing to pay. Let's imagine that you will make a journey by car from point A to point B. Let's say it's a 5 hours trip. What is the first thing to do? Find out which is the best route, of course. You have two choices. A super modern 3-lane highway and a much shorter road, but on an old road without proper maintenance and with a lot of bumpers and other obstacles. Now you will choose your car. Either you can take your old Volkswagen from the 60s, you know, these old Beetle models I love a lot. Or take your brand new Ferrari. Whoops up. Now it starts to be complicated, I think. Most probably your Ferrari will not even be able to roll on the shorter route with all the bumpers and obstacles of all kinds. It's not constructed for that kind of road. What am I trying to say with this metaphor? The business model is the foundation for your business, here represented by the 3-lane highway and the other road with a lot of obstacles. If you create a flawed business model, you will also have to stick to a low-quality system. Nothing against the old Beetle models, but they are not made for high-speed roads. So where comes the money in? could be the question from the observant viewer. Well, if you were going to offer a side seat to somebody, which one do you think the passenger should be willing to pay more for? The Ferrari on the highway, don't you think so? Both alternatives will take you from point A to point B, but the Ferrari tour on the highway gives much more value. For the money you will buy gasoline to be able to make the next trip, you reinvest your earning, or at least part of your earning, and you grow your business faster. The gasoline is the metaphor, in this metaphor represents the money, which is the fuel to continue and grow your business. So summing up on wealth after this little story, my goal was to show that the value of what we are doing and how we are doing things provide what is called wealth. With money you pay the price for the wealth you are striving for. The takeaway from this first episode of Retirement Planning with Baby Boomers Online is to emphasize the importance of finding the right system and platform for your business setup that can provide both a road system and the car to drive safely in the online business world. I was lucky to find early in my entrepreneurial online adventure all the tools I need to build what will give me a lot of wealth in the end. And I have tried a lot of different platforms and systems, which have cost me a lot of money and have also lost a lot of time. Choose one partner and stick to it. I highly recommend my system, of course. You will find a link to it further down in the text. Before we close this first episode, if you liked it, give it a thumb up and do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking on the subscribing box on this page so you don't miss the next episode. Feel free to write any comment below, and if any questions, you just shoot it and I will come back to you within 24 hours. Remember, you are not alone. We are going to do this journey together, and we will do it in a Ferrari on a super modern highway. Have a lovely day and live your best life. You deserve it.